Howdy, 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 everyone. So, in case you missed it, Lori Vallow is back in the news again. Yes, surprise, surprise. The governor from the state of Arizona, Kathy Hobbs, signed the actual extradition warrant for Lori Vallow to be extradited from Idaho back to the state of Arizona to stand trial. And then the governor of Idaho signed off on the agreement and said, please take her away, take her back to Arizona, convict her and house her in your prison system. We don't want her, have at her. So that took place while I was gone. And no surprise to anyone, the grand jury original charges came down last year. We all knew those were out there. And then additionally, in May of 2023, additional criminal charges were added for the attempted murder on Brandon Brudel. So she's got the charges against Charles and her in the conspiracy to kill Charles or the possible murder for hire if they can prove it on Charles in Arizona, and then the attempted murder on Brandon Brudel. Now, in case you don't remember who Brandon Brudel was, he was married to, at the time, to Melanie Pulowski. Well, her last name is now Pulowski. It was Brudel at the time. He was driving his Jeep, and Alex Cox was most likely hired to kill him, to get him out of the way, because Melanie actually believed in the crazy conspiracy theory that Chad and Lori both believe in. But he was shot at in his Jeep, and they were able to prove later on that he was most likely the person who done it. So they can't file charges against Alex because, well, he's dead. So they go after the next person, the person who most likely hired him to actually kill him. And that would be Lori Vallow. But additionally, things that we've learned since then, since the actual governors both agreed to, Lori Vallow herself, through her attorneys, can fight the actual extradition. She could also, in the state of Arizona, she can have the legal defense there of mentally incompetent at the time of the actual charges, where in Idaho, she could not plead that she was mentally ill at the time. They do not have that as a defense. Additionally, ladies and gentlemen, something else that you needed to maybe forgotten, or maybe you weren't even aware of. Since the actual conviction of Lori in the state of Idaho, they have been going through what's called a risk assessment of Lori Vallow for the prison system in the state of Idaho. Now, this is a very comprehensive risk assessment. It goes through her mental health, her physical health, her risk. Is she a risk to try to break out of prison? Is she a risk to herself? Is she a risk from other inmates wanting to extort her or beat her up or kill her? There's a lot that goes into this, and it gives her a total overall risk assessment score. And that determines where she will be in the prison system from the state of Idaho's perspective. In the state of Idaho, or do they put her in the DOJ system and send her out of the actual state of Idaho to another prison who can handle somewhat of that risk, assessment level? They have been going through that and it takes anywhere from 4 to 4 months. Some of them take even longer, but they have been going through that, and they are not 100% complete with that. But additionally, ladies and gentlemen, Maricopa County said, even if they finished it tomorrow, we would not take that assessment. By law, they said that they must do their own risk assessment once she arrives in Maricopa County to stand trial for the indictments that have come down from the grand jury. So they would start all over again. Additionally, Lori could drag it out and say she needs restorative care again in the Arizona, and then drag it out even longer, because we know Lori Vallow by now, don't we? She's really good at slowing down the entire criminal justice system. Let's just hope, just a little bit, that we don't have any Mark Means who pop up in it, or any other attorney throughout the entire process in Arizona that's going to deal backdoor agreements and closed door hearings, that we actually get an actual trial that is held in the public view so we can watch and understand what's really going on in this case. Let's hope just a little that that actually happens this time. And additionally, let's hope that the Woodcocks are allowed in the courtroom throughout the proceedings additionally. And because the state of Arizona decides that they are victims and that they have the rights to be there. So that's where we're at with Lori Vallow. And for everyone out there, thank you very much for understanding that I was gone on vacation. I needed it greatly. You stay safe out there. And good luck, Lori, in Arizona.